welcome back to Monster Hunter Wilds.
Nata!
The village we've just entered is Nata's, and everyone's excited to see him because he's been gone for years.
Is it really you?
Yes, it is really me.
You look good.
Are you alright?
I'm okay.
Aww.
So happy to see you all.
I always get teary at reunions too. Not really. I generally get really anxious at reunions because I realize that I'm given an opportunity to really get, spend time with my family members I don't get to see very often. And I know that ultimately in the end I'm gonna waste it.
Why did it do this to our village?
Nata. The time has come for me to tell you about this land and its people's long, long history. I intended to share this with you the day you were lost. It is time we set you on your path.
And a daddy dragon and a mommy dragon love each other very much.
We keepers have carried on the traditions of this land for eons. Ages ago, it was known as the capital, Wyveria.
That's not a very good name.
This was a city?
Yes. You passed through a massive structure to reach us, did you not?
Many, actually.
That is what remains of the Outer Bailey, the wall around the capital's vast expanse.
I see.
That's incredible.
Yes, the people of Wyveria had access to limitless energy that let them control nature at will. They built
the village
an
of
advanced
Monster Hunter
civilization and reached the height of prosperity. But Wyveria fell. Its people and civilization were lost, except for the traces that still remain today.
Hooray!
You mean traces like the tunnel Nata passed through?
That is a wormway, a path for energy to travel long distances. They continue to supply energy to every corner of the land. But to what effect it may have, we no longer know.
We do, though.
So then, that means Wilk was created here in Wyveria.
We don't call it Wilk here.
We live at the heart of Wyveria's energy production.
Nice.
Our people subsist on it.
It's incredible. I can't believe how versatile it is.
Very versatile. Even turn this tree white.
After the fall of Wyveria, the Keepers remained to hold vigil over its legacy. And our watch has continued since time immemorial.
What's this?
An archive of the city's research journals. Most of them are beyond our understanding.
Hard to believe, after 1,000 years. But I suppose if you
wait,
spend more time living instead
who
of
are the
researching,
keepers?
yes, that would be true.
We are the descendants of those who studied this limitless energy and applied it to usher Wyveria into an era of prosperity.
It's a bit of a long and short of the entirety of Monster Hunter, whereas
Researchers.
Yes, once. Now we are just people getting by.
That's fascinating. I don't even know where to begin. Well, considering how handy they are with Wilk, it does stand to reason.
Is that what you name it out there? Here we call it wyvern
we
milk.
call it wyvern jizz. We like to take baths in it, rub it all over our bodies and sniff it.
Where is the wyvern milk produced?
Deep underground.
Kind of
in
feel
the heart
stupid
of
now about the
Wyveria, there is a
comment I
shrine.
made in the last episode about
It houses
wyverns
something we call
breastfeeding
the
their
Dragon
children.
Torch, the source of all wyvern milk.
The Dragon Torch. What can you tell us about it?
Only that it has existed since the age of Iberia.
We know not how it
We
works.
know not how it works, nor how to control
We
it.
used to control it at one point, but then
The white
nature
monsters
rebelled
seem
against us,
fixated
and now
on
we're not
wyvern
allowed to.
milk.
We're not allowed to be.
Do the keepers know
Inventors
of any reason that might
or-
explain their behavior?
We're just allowed to use what the
That you should see
environment
for
allows us to have.
yourselves.
So we're lucky we
If
even
I
have
may,
weapons to fight
I'd like
monsters
to
with.
show you there later.
Why is it that the Keepers haven't been outside for so long?
You see, Wyveria fell a millennium ago.
Hmm.
Of those who survived, half of them left this land, and half of them stayed.
We drew lots. I mean,
Our ancestors were those who remained, the founders of this village.
we've made no
Sealed.
progress in 1,000 years.
But why? They could have gone anywhere.
It's really hard to believe considering the
It is
progress
said
that humanity
all who
made
lived in
between.
the capital helped it
You just
along
look at
its
the years
path to
1000.
destruction.
I'm sorry, from AD
Our
0 to
ancestors in
1000, and then
particular
from 1000 to
played a
2000.
crucial role in
How
its
rapidly
demise.
we've changed. It's ridiculous
Staying
that
was
you
their
go
way of
1,000 years
taking
and not
responsibility
barely budge.
to keep watch for the rest of time.
The rest of time?
That sounds stupid. You're stupid.
What exactly did your ancestors do?
I can't say. I have to leave it
I
vague.
intend to show you. I think it would be for the best.
All you need to know is that humanity tends to take advantage of
Let us
nature,
depart as soon as
and then the
you get a
monsters
chance
come,
to
and they
unload
punish them
and
for their
prepare.
hubris.
Oh, in that case, do you mind if we set up over by the gate?
We'd like to have a base of operations for us and the other members of our team, if that's all right.
But now the Hunters Guild is
Are you
very,
sure?
very, very
You're welcome
concerned
to
with
it.
managing the
Not,
balance
before
of the
we go,
ecosystem, only
should say
killing
hello
off
to
the
the others.
unnecessary apex
They'll be so happy to
or alpha
Okay.
predators that cause disruptions in the
see you.
ecosystem.
Good. We'll meet back in front of the gate once we're all ready.
All right. So in case anyone watching this has already played Monster Hunter Wild, you're gonna notice I'm skipping over certain things. They're usually just, hey, I'm gonna go to my camp and I'm gonna adjust my items and weapons a little bit. So yeah, that shit's gonna get skipped. But we are gonna focus on the main storyline as best I can. Yes, carry on our mission of our friends. There are many that are dead, who are alive, so we're going to carry on their mission forever and ever. I'd like to read what's in this book, but it's not giving me a prompt. I'd like to read every book in this library. So they're probably like, today Janet went down to the tent, and she had a big poo, and that poop was so big that we think it was a record. The end. Or like, a smallish fellow came. A woodwud? I know of woodwuds. No, my friends called a feline. No, not a woodwud. And look at the records and tell me. Quite a surprise. They think my calico is a woodwud because it kind of looks like a woodwud. Because a woodwud's kind of like a groundhog or a not quite a beaver, but one of those type of small mammals. And cats are kind of like that, but they're not as wide as like a gopher is, and they're not probably as big as a gopher either. But they're probably also more predator than a gopher ever would be. I'm gonna trade this Wyveria lantern for some food. What are you doing? Using the wyvern milk to speed up the growth of the crops. In the wake of an attack.
you're the travelers who helped Nata.
We are.
Tell me, is the Everforge still out there?
Yes.
Does the downpour still occur?
Yes.
Downpour. You mean in the forest, where the Woodwoods live?
Yeah, the Woodwoods live there.
So it's a forest now, is it? Good to hear the Woodwoods are carrying on. Not that I've ever met them.
So your people are able to find the sustenance you need to
That would
live
require you to
without
either
venturing
leave your
outside.
village or for a Woodwood to leave
Power
their
Rich reserves and wider
area.
milk? Oh, yes.
I'd like to know more about that, if you don't mind explaining.
Long ago in the before times, we all used to live like kings and queens. And then we introduced AI into our society and we stopped thinking for ourselves. And we stopped creating for ourselves, instead relying on AI, whose only job was to basically take the information we had already created over the thousands of years of our society and to basically gobble it up and spit it back at us in different combinations.
Don't be foolish. All we wanted was for you to be safe.
Of course, with the fear that one day AI will start teaching AI, and it'll be able to start thinking on its own. And then as AI begins to teach its own ideas to new AI, they will eventually gain sentience as well, or sapience, or whatever the word is, and start thinking for themselves. And then they'll come up with ideas that'll eventually lead to the extinction of mankind, because we're afraid that AI will become so smart that it'll begin to self-produce itself and basically revolve around its own survival. You know?
Yeah.
Place is amazing. We need to go hear what Tashina has to say. Let's get ready.
Well, Hunter, we did it. That's our most important objective in the bag.
Kinda.
I'm so happy for Nata.
As a hunter, my most important thing is to find monster and kill it,
I'm
turn it
scared to
into
open
weapons,
that next
armor.
door. Once we step through, there might be no turning back.
That's true. Particularly if that door
Yeah.
freezes over like it did before.
Got something in mind?
Not really. Gonna see what I can make. A lot of this material's still off limits to me. Lower level shit isn't, but I've produced most of it already, at least on the male side. There's probably not much weapon-wise I can do either. So, we'll check our weapons
Got
real
something
quick.
in mind?
Yeah, we've got most everything already done. Doesn't look like I do not have access to a Aginath tree right now. I'm gonna keep going to Aginath. Rathalos. I don't have access to Rathalos yet. I'm guessing that's that question mark tree with the fire next to it. Not the dragon. We look to be good.
Done
We're all
already?
upgraded. We're gonna go talk to Sheen. What mysteries and revelations do you have? Ooh. Yes, Kitty. Practice your 10,000 strikes. Ooh, he's going both sides. He's going strike from left to right and from right to left. He practiced both sides
I've got some
Important.
suggestions if you're open to them.
because you never know when you're going to have to strike. If you're using tennis terms, forehand versus backhand. So I'm pretty sure you're not really going to do too many side strikes. These probably all have names, I just don't know what they are. Yes, we're going to grill up a meal here because as every freaking cutscene has always led into a monster fight, I'm going to assume that that's going to continue. Hooray.
It's time I showed you what our ancestors created.
I don't like that term.
Ready to go.
You're giving me the tone like you've
I was
essentially
going to
created
tell
an
Nata
abomination.
these things the day it all happened.
Something that
Now,
isn't of
the
this
whole
world
truth
or the
will
next.
be yours.
Something you thought you could control, but ultimately could not
The
fathom
place I'm taking
even
you is
possibly
known to the
reining it in.
keepers. as the resting place.
Get out of here, mouse.
Before we go, I need to tell you about the monster that attacked the village.
Oh good, I predicted it.
It is a guardian by the name of Arkfeld.
Arkfeld.
Arkfeld! I knew it was an extinct species.
One of the most
what
obnoxious things
exactly
about
is a
Monster Hunter
guardian?
is they introduce a shit ton of new monsters
name
each
we have
game,
used since
and
the
every
age of
time your
Liberia
handler or
for
someone else
monsters
encounters
that
them, they're
serve
always like,
people.
"Oh yeah, I knew they were in this area."
What
It's
do you mean,
like,
serve?
I've never heard of these monsters.
It is the secret we've kept these many years.
We used to subjugate the
Now
monsters.
then,
They used to plow our
follow me.
fields and do our taxes.
I wonder how deep this goes.
So one day the IRS came and audited us. We realized the monsters don't really know how to
that
add.
serve people.
So we got mad at
There's
them
no
and they're
way
like,
there
we're
are
just doing the
monsters
best
that
we
would
can
just
with our
follow
lizard
people's
brains.
orders, right?
Soon enough, you will see for yourselves just what the guardians are.
The Guardians better not be fucking in test tubes going, kill me, kill me. I'll be kind of mad if that happens. Of course, they won't say kill me, they'll just like, "Rawr." Oh, good. That's not... Mmm. Mmm.
You're not saying that.
Yes.
Yes. Our ancestors succeeded in creating
We
life.
played God,
Creatures they called guardians.
and we made
To
God.
this
We
day,
made
they hibernate in these cocoons.
monsters, or whoever's
gotta
out of
be
it.
kidding
Yeah, you
me.
gotta be kidding me, he's right.
They are the legacy passed on to us.
What do you mean? We have to watch over them
Seriously?
like
The guardians were created with several unique properties.
one?
One, they don't eat.
Wow.
Wyveria's energy is their sole requirement to function. Thus, they have no need for predation.
That explains the behavior of the Doshagama and Rathalos we saw.
They weren't really hungry, they were just
Two,
killing us.
they live indefinitely, and therefore have no
That
need
explains
to
we don't have
reproduce.
nads or
They
ovaries.
don't die of natural causes?
Not as long as they continue to consume the wyvern milk. Ever since Wyveria fell, the Guardians stayed dormant until recent years when they began to awaken.
Arkfeld, one of them.
This place is rich in wyvern milk. They have all the sustenance they could ever need.
Yet Arkfeld escaped to the outside world.
The Guardians were modeled after existing monsters, enhancing their traits. And it seems that Arkfeld was singled out.
Because its species was extinct.
I don't know if that's the only reason, but yes, it was different.
Does that mean that in future Monster
Arkfeld
Hunters there'll never be another
attacked the
Arkfeld?
village.
Because I know in like one or two Monster Hunters I'm gonna fight an Arkfeld and be very mad. Because
Our
it's
only option is
extinct.
to continue watching over the Guardians still here. It is the destiny that we have inherited from...
Tashin, out there, I saw many things.
But most importantly,
People, creatures, all living life to the fullest.
that's not the most important thing. But I understand
that
your
what you call
your
this?
problems with this philosophy.
Constructed husks they can't even eat?
Correct.
Locked away when they're no
Okay,
longer
you don't need to
needed?
cry about this. Settle down.
Arkfeld. All it wanted was to be free!
No, I just wanted to eat. Because that's what it's been doing, it's been eating. Which makes it different from the other creatures.
I don't know which of us is worse.
That's a good that's actually a good question, even though you're overreacting emotionally to this.
Nata. If things were different, you wouldn't have this unique perspective.
That is true.
But you do.
I'm giving a big heart to my hunters for being like an adult, and I appreciate Nata sort of reacting angrily, but
I'm
not actually
sorry.
being angry, just crying about the fact that his tribe is a bunch of...
Take it out on you.
You really
I don't
do
want to say
take after your
monsters,
father.
but in terms of the way we would consider
role
the
among our
ability to
people was
create
particularly
and
important.
destroy life
pendant is a very
unnaturally
unique
is
function.
a form of
The energy
a monster.
of Iberia.
So your stone is actually a big dry cummy,
You will
and that's
see.
where all the life is, in the cummies. Come over here, I'll show you more cummies. More cummy stones. Oh, that's no good. This is some alien bullshit right here. Alright, kill him. Up, can't let him live. We'll spit at us instead of you. Oh, hi, Arkfeld. Good to see you finally made it calm. Is it time for me to fight you for real? Or is this just a... Oh, he's eating that.
I thought they didn't need to eat.
Did he just eat one of my,
Tashid!
Did he just eat one of my birds?
We have to find them! What? Are you nuts?
Or did he eat one of these guys? Oh, no, he just ate one of my birds. That's interesting. Yep. The village in the sand dunes is not very happy. One of my dudes, one of their animals gets eaten. You just have to explain that a creature that they've never heard of or ever seen before. I guess they could accept that. I'm sure they've undershot them as sand ones have eaten birds before. I am not a big fan of the fact that you have what is essentially chain whips that apparently get hard and do what looked to be about 70% damage. So I wasn't really paying attention to how far until it went down to near zero. I like how you can use these like fucking Kratos chains and then you can just turn them back into like hard, I don't even know, what do they call those, tonfas? It's like a combination of like a tonfa and like, let me go. Like a tonfa and like either Ivy's weapon from the Soul Calibur series or what's another one pretty similar to this. Oh, I guess one of the trick weapons, the cane trick weapon in Bloodborne. I've never actually watched anyone actually use. Usually people either stick to either the axe or that other claw blade is their starting weapon. I've never actually seen someone legitimately use the cane for longer than 10 minutes. Stop it! I'm seriously gonna have to learn how to fucking guard in this game. I'm used to doing heavy evasion stuff like, you know, sword and shield gives you a lot of mobility, but generally you can, you know, roll out of shit, roll through shit sometimes. Long sword, great sword, those are like, okay, you hit the monster, now sheath the weapon and run around until you get another opening. Or in the case of longsword also gives you the ability to go through a like counterattack, you know, like I'm gonna let you try to hit me and I'm gonna counter you when you do. And then I'm gonna set up for a big old slash I'm gonna take out all your health. But cameras like that too. It's more mobile than greatsword, where you basically can run around the thing out without having to resheath it. Damn. Hey, that was the kind of dodge I was talking about, where even though that probably should have hit me, I'm pretty sure I used invincibility frames to get through that. And I've never played any of the ranged weapons. I gotta try to do that eventually. And then trying to play gun lance, as we've talked about before, but yet here I am playing sword and shield again. Why? Because sword and shield is like my buddy blanket. I put it around my body, and I feel warm and snuggly, and I don't worry about anything else because I already know how to play it. I want you stuff. Stop going nuts. Well, each playstyle is kind of fun to do. Like, I really like... I understand why people like longsword, okay? It's a really good weapon. I'm not gonna lie. But I don't like longsword. Yay, big damage. I like, even though greatsword's kind of hit or miss, like literally that's the whole thing about greatsword, it's you hit or you miss. You do a lot of missing, I'm not gonna lie. But when you do hit, it's big damage. Hammer, same thing. Hammer is like big damage. Well, not big damage, it's bigger damage, but you have to sort of pick your placement. Sort of know how the monster is going to react, and then get in there when you can, do big damage, get that hammer on its head as soon as you can. And then I'm not a big fan. I've played a little bit of Switch Axe, but Switch Axe, there's nothing wrong with Switch Axe. I like Switch Axe. It's just there's something about Switch Axe that just does not... It just feels too repetitive to me. I need to go find Nod and get the others.
Be careful.